So there's a lot of news coming out today with the Mueller report being released, and I already did a live stream, and we'll be doing one with Drone Tech at 4 o'clock here on his channel. But I want to talk specifically about Chairman Nadler here. Now, Nadler's the Democratic chair of the House Judiciary Committee, and he's going to come out and give a statement about how the Mueller report, Barr's a terrible liar, the AG, and the Mueller report shows all sorts of bad things with Trump, etc. Now, I'm just going to focus on the first part of this because I think it's really important to see the quality of this person. He is either incredibly dumb or he's just a flat-out liar. I want you to hear what he says, because his point and the Democrats' point is attacking Barr, who's the Attorney General for Trump. I think Barr's been incredible. He's been more transparent than he legally needed to be, even giving us, the American people, the right to directly see the Mueller report only 3 weeks after it was requested with very limited redactions. Compare this to what the Democrats and the FBI did when the people wanted to see, such as the Nunes report, and wanted to see the underlying FISA warrant based on Carter Page that allowed them to spy on Trump's campaign. They still say, no, we can't. We're waiting for documents here. It's not just us, the American people, but House oversight, the Republicans that wanted to see this. Still, they don't get this evidence, and still the Democrats say, no. Transparency from the FBI would be a terrible thing. It would jeopardize us. But here, they wanted stuff immediately. Barr gave it to him within 3 weeks. I think he's been pretty fair about the whole process. He could have redacted more. He could have not allowed the American people to see it. Trump could have claimed executive privilege, but none of that happened. The people basically got to see the majority of the Mueller report within 3 weeks, which isn't bad at all. But the Democrats still need to hold on to the Smith. No, Barr's this terrible, evil person. So Nadler's going to start off here talking to you about why Nadler's letter a week or two ago that was talking about how there was no collusion, and that Mueller said he could neither charge Trump with obstruction or exonerate him. Nadler here is going to tell you why Barr lied about that and that we should question Barr's judgment. So let's hear what he has to say.
First, to observe, Attorney General Barr appears to have shown an unsettling willingness to undermine his own department in order to protect President Trump. Barr's words and actions suggest he has been disingenuous and misleading in saying the president is clear of wrongdoing. Attorney General Barr's letter summarizing the report from March 24th quoted the special counsel report, quote, "While this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him." He ignored what is in the Mueller report just 2 sentences before, where the special counsel concluded that, quote, "If we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would state so. Based on the facts and the applicable legal standards, however, we are unable to reach that judgment." Obviously, this changes the emphasis and meaning of the paragraph, and obviously he didn't include the key sentences.
Do you see the absurdity here? Yeah, those 2 sentences, let me break it down for you. This is what Mueller's basically saying. Okay, although we couldn't charge Trump with a crime, we were unable to have evidence specifically saying that we know for certain he didn't commit the crime. If we did have that evidence, we would have provided. Therefore, and this is the part that Barr included, therefore we can neither charge Trump with a crime or exonerate him. So Barr didn't lie. That's exactly what the phrase was. We can't charge or exonerate. Those 2 sentences are explaining the fact that they're not saying they exonerate him. And Nadler's saying this was somehow a misrepresentation by Barr. It is the exact opposite of that. Those 2 sentences further buttresses exactly what Barr said. Now, clearly, Barr didn't include every single sentence that made Trump look good or bad either way. That's what the report's for. He gave a summary of them. That was a fair summary. No Russian collusion, which Nadler and his cronies have pushed for 2 years now. That was a lie. That's what the media is not going to tell you today. They're going to just focus on Barr's a bad man and obstruction. But they're totally ignoring the fact, we're sorry, we spread a lie for 2 years saying that Trump was possibly a Russian agent. Sorry about that. Turns out not only wasn't he, but neither was anyone connected to his team or any American that was investigated, including people like Carter Page that had FISA's warrants issued against them. Sorry about that. Sorry of the media and the Democrats that we lied to you for 2 years about that. Nope. It's just straight off to obstruction. Supposedly, Trump obstructed justice into an investigation that he was innocent of. That's the claim. And of course, there wasn't evidence to charge it. But because he wasn't specifically exonerated by Mueller, then they're going to say, oh, that proves we need never-ending investigations, which is what Nadler goes on to say here. But just get an idea. This video is just to give you an idea of the character of this person who's one of the head Democrats, one of the head people in charge of continuing these Russia investigations. Someone who's either so dumb that he doesn't realize the statement, "we could not exonerate him," is exactly what those two sentences he read means. It's the exact same meaning. Can't exonerate means if we could exonerate, if we did have evidence that showed he was totally innocent of this, we would have provided. But we can't show that, so therefore we can't exonerate him. So Barr didn't lie. Barr told the truth. That was the crucial sentence. So he's either so dumb he doesn't realize that, or what's most likely is he's unethical. And they're trying to do what they can, hoping the American people aren't involved enough to understand exactly what's going on, and knowing that his mainstream media allies will push his crap and what he's saying. And so people will be like, oh, Barr misled us with his testimony. No, he didn't. Barr exactly told the truth. In fact, it is amazing how accurate Barr's description of the Mueller report and his letter ended up being. And he was transparent. He released most of it with very limited redactions, and the redactions you can tell are on parts that really don't change the overall meaning in any significant way of the Mueller report. How many other times can you think, did we get to see all the evidence into Hillary Clinton like this from her investigation? Nope, didn't get to see that. Do we get to see all the unredacted FISA allegations into Carter Page? Nope, we don't get to see that. But here we actually get to see, within 3 weeks, the American people, almost at the same time as Congress, seeing the information to make up their own mind. Barr was remarkably generous in doing that. He didn't have to, and he summarized it in his letter remarkably well. You, as the American person, could read it and make up your own judgment. But it summarizes there is no collusion at all, and there isn't enough evidence to charge Trump with obstruction in Mueller's point of view, nor was there enough evidence to exonerate him. Period. That's it. Barr's a liar or a buffoon, and I think this shows exactly why we shouldn't trust people like him. It's just a despicable, unbelievable comment here about, oh, Barr said that it says that it can't exonerate him, but what he failed to leave out was the sentence that said, if they could have exonerated him, they would. So that changes the whole meaning of what Barr said. What are you talking about? Anyways, like I said, I'll be doing a live stream at 4 p.m. on my buddy Drone Tech's channel. Check that out. It'll be really good. I think there's some other guests on there. And I'll be putting more content out daily. So if you like this, please like and subscribe. Recommending some other people. Have a good one.